Sunday. Welcome to the home of the New York Mets. This is Citi Field. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the New York Yankees going up against the New York Mets. First pitch coming your way next. And towing the slab here, Freddie Peralta. How about a report on him, Chris?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
All right, ready to go here. Trent Grisham stepping in now for the Yankees. And we're underway from Queens.
Big pitch, 140.
Right through there for a strike.
It's a good changeup to hit up in the zone. I don't think he recognized it. I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
And now 1-2. Got him swinging. Had him out front for strike 3. As we take a look now at the New York Yankees lineup. This is a ball club that can really slug. Lots of homers, lots of extra base hits. And Chris, that of course a huge part of success in the standings for this group.
In today's game, hitting with power is essential, Boog. With pitchers throwing 95 and above, stringing hits together is hard to do. So home runs and extra base hits are crucial, and that's exactly what they've been doing.
In the air to left center. And there's 2 down.
Batting third, the designated hitter, Aaron Judge.
Here's Judge now. Put that 600 slugging into context. The league average usually in the low 400s. And Judge takes a strike.
Ball 1. That's the ball. Looking for a fastball, but I'm not sure he's going to get one. Pitcher doesn't have to challenge him. If he feels better about his off-speed secondary stuff, then stay with it.
2 down, nobody on. Hard ground ball, base knock. And that extends the inning.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Here comes Cody Bellinger. He's been a great free agent sign.
Right. Woo.
Judge leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Got him swinging. Now the Mets offense will go to work for the first time. No score. You're dialed into the show. Back here at Citi Field. And going to the mound in this one for the Yankees, Elmer Rodriguez. What do we have on him?
Well, Boog, expect to see the ball in play with this guy on the mound. He's not exactly a big strikeout guy, so that means the defense will need to stay sharp. He's looking for soft contact, so communication is going to be key in this one.
Carson Bench up now for the Mets. On the ground to Jazz. Whips it to first. 1 pitch and 1 out. Here's a Mets lineup now. It's been a downright dreadful year for them offensively. They are dead last in the league in runs scored.
Boog, it's so bad even the clubhouse staff are disheartened, and they're usually the team's biggest supporters. Runs don't lie. They need to find a way to boost their numbers.
Bichette up to the dish. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire, and out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
That one a little bit high. Ball 2.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Out number 2.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
2 down, bases empty. Here's Juan Soto.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently. Barely hitting over the Mendoza line this month.
That misses the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. And a foul ball. Here's a 1-2. Swings and misses, and that'll do it. We played an inning, no score. Back here in Queens, we move ahead to the top of the second now. Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. Just off the outside edge, and that's ball 1.
Oh!
Just missed. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and the guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Here's Ryan McMahon now. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. This is again 5 in a row. Chisholm gets his lead at first. Nobody out. That's in there. And now it's even 1-1. McMahon wants to challenge this. Thought it was a ball. And that one just barely missed. The call is overturned. They'll keep both their challenges. 2-0. No score here in the second. And there's a ball. That one fouled off. And a payoff pitch. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
That was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
So up next for New York, Spencer Jones.
Ball. Outside.
Man at first, one away. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Got away with that curveball, no doubt about it. It passed right through the heart of the strike zone, and he just couldn't get the bat on it. When you strike out on one like that, that's when you start having conversations with yourself, and they're not usually very friendly.
Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees.
Up.
Outside low, and the count is 1-1.
No, that's the ball.
I think it's very important to establish the inside part of the plate early. It sets the tone for the rest of the game.
Quick toss to first, and he dives back in safely. Back to the mound. He's got it. Tosses to
He's out.
first. That's the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here at Citi Field, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Mark Vientos up now for the Mets. Slice to right. And he
over the
hops
wall.
over the
Two
wall
bases.
for an automatic double.
The automatic double kind of feels like enjoying cruise control in your car, Boog. You don't need to keep the pedal down as you cruise into second base. Just no worries in the world. You know what? He put a really good swing on that one.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. MJ Melendez will hit next. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Man at second. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. It's off the mark, and he scores. On the board first, it's 1-0.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it, just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
Brett Beatty up now for the Mets.
Ball.
One on, nobody out. A run in, bottom half of inning number 2. Swung on, belted. That one back there, and that's a foul ball.
Well, he gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
Fastball for a strike at 95. Next offering is downstairs.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, too. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
And foul ball. comes the 2-2. Base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
Now it's Marcus Semien.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
The 1-0. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count. Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. That one to first. Right. Over to second. A sensational double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Here's the center fielder. Swings through that high fastball.
That's the ball.
Runner at third, 2 away.
No, that's a ball.
Towards first, dives, but it kicks off his glove. The throw comes in too late, and he reaches safely.
Well, that's a great effort with 2 outs, and he displayed why it's so important to get out of the box quickly. There's no time to waste on these plays, and that hustle down the line to beat the throw really earned him that run.
So 2 down, Hayden Sanger, the next to hit. This one in the air right field, and that'll fall for a base hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
When you go 0 for 5, 0 for 7, 0 for 8, it seems like an eternity, especially to start the season, because that's the one thing. Players want to get that first one out of the way so that they feel like, all right, I'm going to avoid this prolonged 0-fer to start the season and get into a slump.
This one in the air center field. Grisham drifts towards it. And that ends the inning. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. We head on now to the top of the third. It's the Mets 2 and the Yankees nothing. New inning getting started. Here's the Yankees catcher now, J.C. Escarra. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Nope, that's inside.
Here's a 1-1. Top of the zone for a called strike.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Got it. And now 1 away.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at bat, and the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone, and As a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect a pitcher to be able to make quality pitches one after another like that. And so those are tough spots to do damage, and a great demonstration of pitch command, and it got him a punch out that time.
Back to the top of the Yankee order. Now here's Trent Grisham, and that's off the inside edge. And that's ball one. Oh, look at the stop. Fires to first, but it's not in time. Base hit.
Well, kind of the story of their season so far. Things just not clicking into place. Fundamentals on all sides of the ball are lacking, and it's tough to win games at this level if you're not playing clean baseball as a team.
One gone, runner at first. Ben Rice stepping in now for the Yankees. He has, as they like to say,
let me guess, Boog, light tower power?
That's right. Fouled off left side. And the 0-1.
Nope, outside.
Runner on the go. High fly ball, right field. Bench moving under it. And there are 2 outs.
The batter, number 99, designated hitter, Aaron.
Here is Aaron Judge. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
Ball.
Grisham off of first with 2 away. Judge comes up empty there.
Spin rate's outstanding on that high fastball. Really tough to hit.
Oh.
That one misses, and it's a full count.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective. The Yanks lead 1. They're still down. It's 2-0. Set for the bottom of the 3rd, and the batter will be the shortstop, Bo Bichette. Breaking ball inside. Ball 1. That one the other way. Pops over the wall. That's an automatic double.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next hitter to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
Here's Juan Soto. In the dirt. Man at second. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
2 strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout. But you can't get too relaxed. You still got to make good pitches to get him out.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's 1 away. So now with 1 away and a man at second. And now it's Mark Vientos. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. In there for strike 1. Right side. Nice grab. And very nicely done for the out.
Up next for the Mets, the left fielder, number 1,
MJ Melendez. Up now for the Mets. That one catches the zone. It's 0-1.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat. Drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
Swing and a ground ball. Jazz tosses to first. That ends the frame. Mets strand 1 as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. All set for the start of the inning. Now here's the Yankees cleanup hitter, Cody Bellinger.
You know, these Yankees, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. Strikeouts are a little easier to stomach in baseball today, but even by those standards, they're going down way too often, and I think they're having a hard time getting any momentum going as a result.
The next offering misses. Ball 3.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
3-0 down. Gloves it on the dive to his knee. The throw on the money. Nice play.
Well, that ball off the bat ticketed for the outfield and a base hit for the hitter, but just taken away by the diving stop. Nice job.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now walked his first time. This one ripped, but foul to the right. Bouncer to second. Simeon toss over to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th.
Up next for the Yankees, the third baseman, Ryan McMahon.
2 outs, base is empty. Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. Struck out swinging his first time.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Next one misses, and that is ball 1. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Drilled in the air out towards right center. And that is that. So the Yanks go in order. They trail things here 2-0. Back here in Queens, ready to go. Bottom 4. Brett Beatty up now for the Mets.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
First offering way inside, almost got him. Right through there for a strike. Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit.
Out towards right center field. And he can't make the play. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in the dirt. And he can't hang on to it. Almost a fantastic play.
Second baseman, Marcus.
Here is Marcus Simeon. 0 for 1 so far. That one fouled off. Man at second. And that is in for a strike. 0-2. Activity in the bullpen. Camilo Doval, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Cruz getting cranked up as well. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Oh, 0-2 now.
Ball.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Swing and a miss. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Oh, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
So now with 1 away and a man at second. And now the center fielder. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. And the 0-1. Now there's a bullet down the line. And that's a fair ball. Coming home. In comes the run from second. Fires the second too late. And he's got a double.
Comes through with the RBI. I'll tell you, when you smoke the line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
1 out, runner at second. Hayden Sanger digs in now. A single his first time. Breaking ball that kicks away off his mitt. But no advance. That's ball 1. And the 1-0. Swing and a pop-up. 2 down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Back to the top of the Mets order. Carson Bench getting ready to hit. In the air, out towards left center. That is the inning. 1 for the Mets here on the RBI double. It's now 3-0. We go to the top of the 5th, and stepping in for the Yankees, Spencer Jones. Right through there for a strike.
You know, these Yankees just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They've gone down on strikes at a high rate today, so it's probably time to simplify the approach and just find ways to put the ball in play.
1 away here in the 5th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And up next for New York, Anthony Volpe. Grounded out his first time up. Swing and a foul out of play. Foul ball there. The 0-2.
Whoa.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus. But They should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
The 2-2 on the way. Gets a piece and stays alive. The Yanks trailing by 3, and we're at the top of the 5th. Base knock center field. And they have their first hit since the first inning.
Dominant performance for him today, Boo. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Here's the Yankees catcher now, J.C. Escarra. He's 0 for 1. In the air, right field, Bench under it. He's got it. It really feels like we might be running out of time before a rain delay is called. This rain is not letting up.
Yeah, and if we do get a delay, the unfortunate thing is the clock's going to start ticking on these pitchers, and they won't be able to keep their arms warm forever if it's a long break, and going to have to exit this game a little early.
Grisham up for the 3rd time here, watches that one miss.
Oh.
Volpe off of first with 2 away. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Two and 1 now. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. Out of here. A 2-run homer, and they cut into the deficit.
He was able to hit one out in this weather. Are you kidding me? How did he do that? It's like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. To the slight opposite field, into the gap. Man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
So 2 down. So up next for New York, Ben Rice.
No, that's high.
The 1-0. And that one fouled off. Two down, nobody on.
That's a ball.
Just missed. This one in the air. And that is that. 2-run blast for the Yankees this inning. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Back now to start the bottom of the 5th and taking over on the mound, Camilo Doval. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Bo Bichette getting ready to hit. 1 for 2.
Well, these Mets really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. The numbers help tell the story. I mean, they've been sitting fastball, and it's paying off in a big way. So far with 6 hits against that pitch alone.
The 1-1.
That's the ball.
And that's a great way for a lineup to dominate a game, because if a pitcher can't rely on his fastball to get outs, I mean, that puts a lot of pressure on the rest of his pitches to be effective.
That one way inside. diving. It gets down. Could be extra bases. And he's going to get to second with nobody out.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. As a hitter, there's not a whole lot better of a feeling than a double into the gap. Right off the bat, you know you put a great swing on the baseball.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Juan Soto will hit next. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Ball.
Man at second. Misses
No, that's a ball.
outside. And the count is 2-0.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
The 2-1.
Nope,
Just
that's
missed.
away.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations, and right here with the middle of the order hitter up, runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to throw
That's
a
4.
quality
Take your
strike.
base.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Mark Vientos up now for the Mets. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
The 0-1. Just missed. First and second, no outs. Last half of inning number 5. That one fouled off. The 1-2. Line drive. Base hit. Bichette around third and headed home. Like the play.
Out on the tag.
Got him.
Well, I get pretty fired up on plays like that, especially as a former outfielder. Textbook, excellent footwork, came up with a nice crow hop, throw on the money to the plate. Man, it doesn't get any better than that. And a nice job as well by the catcher. Handle that throw, put the tag on, and the ball stays in the middle.
Now here is M.J. Melendez.
No, that's a ball.
And that misses. And it's 1-0.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Two on, 1 out. That one at triple digits. Melendez wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. And they don't come much closer, but it was a ball. So they've still got both their challenges. 2-1 now. And that one missing low.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Brett Beatty waiting to hit for the Mets. 1 out. Runners at first and second. And that'll load the bases.
Now that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
Here's the third baseman, Brett Beatty. Golden opportunity right here. That's in there, and that's strike 1.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
That one is absolutely belted. One hopper off the wall should bring in 2. 1 runs in. The second run scores. It It's a 2-run double, and they take a 3-run lead.
Well, a huge 2 RBI swing at the bat right there. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And now Marcus Semien steps up in a big spot. There's a strike. Slider for a strike. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, it's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Camilo Doval done for the afternoon. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for the
So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Fernando Cruz.
And this is a really tough spot to come into as he tries to keep this one close. You almost have to forget about the runners in scoring position. They're not going anywhere. Focus on the hitter, getting that 1 out your team needs from you.
Here's the center fielder. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. He'll challenge, thought that was a ball. And that one did miss, and the strike is overturned. Still 2 challenges left for them. Two on, 2 outs. Swings through that one out in front that time. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Good job at damage control right there. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. It's now 5-2. Back at the ballpark, let's take a look at some of the moments that stand out to us. Aaron Judge, the next to hit.
The designated hitter, Aaron Judge.
Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase. The Mets have some action going in their pen. Brooks Raley, a left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Brazoban, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. Swings through that one. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. The 1-2.
No.
Set down on strikes. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Bellinger, 30 years old now, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2013. Late swing, foul to the left. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Strikeout number 8.
Well, that's pretty much the dream 2-strike curveball. If you're the pitcher, hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
Chisholm in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. That clips a corner. Now he's challenging the called strike. And the strike is overturned after review. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Two down, nobody on. Struck him out swinging. And he strikes out the side here in the 6th. It's the Mets 5 and the Yankees 2. Back here at Citi Field, they put themselves out in front with a nice display at the plate. Take a look at the spray chart for where their hits have landed.
Yeah, when a team has this many knocks, a lot of the time it gets clustered to one side or another. Not today. They're hitting it all over the field.
Come on, Hayden. Here we go, Hayden.
And that is out of play. That one ran inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And a breaking ball misses outside. Activity in the bullpen for the Yankees. Tim Hill getting loose out there. The 2-1. On the ground to the left. Volpe gets it to first. One away, bottom of the 6th.
Next for the Mets, the right fielder, number 3, Carson Bench.
So the lineup flips over, and next for the Mets, Carson Bench. 0 for 3 in this one.
Hey! Bowling.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the Mets, the shortstop, Bo.
2 down, base is empty. Now the number 2 hitter, Bo Bichette.
That's a ball.
Bounced, and that got the pitcher. Still able to get it there in time. And they come away with an out after a tricky start to the play. Mets go down quickly. They're still out in front 5-2.
Now pitching for
Welcome back. We're in the seventh. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Brooks Raley.
He's having a ton of success facing left-handed hitters this season, so this seems like a smart move to turn to him with a lefty at the plate.
Ryan McMahon stepping in now for the Yankees.
Ryan McMahon.
Swings and misses, and it's 0-1. The Yankees looking to rally. There's the strike.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Got him. And there's one down.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
Next to hit, Spencer Jones. Fought off foul. The Yankees trailing by 3 here in the top half of inning number 7. Strike 2.
That's a ball.
Stays alive. 1-2 now. And a foul ball. He stays alive. 1-2 now.
Ball 2.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Got him looking. And 2 away to start the 7th.
The batter, number 11. Shortstop Anthony.
2 outs, base is empty. And next for New York, Anthony Volpe.
Good swing out of him last time. Ripped a liner into center.
That's out the corner.
Ground ball left side. Gets to it with a slide. To first. It's there, and that's a great play. Down in order go the Yankees. They trail at 5-2.
Now pitching for the
We're
Yankees.
back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Tim Hill.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
Leading up.
3, 4, 5 due up for the home team. Leading off, Juan Soto. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. Right through there for a strike. In the air, left field. Fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Mark Vientos digs in now. Close
No,
one,
that's a
doesn't
ball.
get the call. And that's ball one. Challenge from behind the dish here. And on further review, it was a strike. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Man at second. The other way. That's a base hit. He boots it. Coming around third is Soto. And they're up by 4.
Picks himself up an RBI. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Man at first, MJ Melendez. Up now for the Mets. That one missed. Clips the corner. That's strike 2. Melendez thought that one missed, and here comes a challenge. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. They'll keep both their challenges. The next pitch misses, and the count is 3-1. One on, nobody out, a run in here, the bottom of the 7th. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. On the ground, and it stays fair. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the bullpen. Tim Hill out of the game, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. On the mound now, Brent Hedrick.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
First and second, no outs. Brett Beatty getting ready to hit.
A chance for more damage right here. A couple of RBIs for him in his last AB.
And there's a foul ball.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Vientos at second. Melendez at first with no outs. Just missed. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Didn't miss by too much, but it'll stay a ball. No challenges left for them now. The 3-1. Yeah, that's fouled off. Payoff pitch. And they're all loaded up.
Take your base.
The batter, number 10, second baseman, Marcus.
Now it's the second baseman, Marcus Semien.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra careful in this matchup. The opportunity for a huge inning exists right here. Bases loaded, nobody out. But as a hitter, can't be over anxious. That pitcher's up against the wall. Make him come to you.
Swing and a miss. Strike one.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
The 1-2. To the right side. Jazz tosses to first. Finally gets the first out here on the grounder. Runners at second and third and one out. And now the center fielder.
Fly ball to the outfield for a sac fly. Soft ground ball to the right side. Find a hole. He can attack this a few ways, but the one thing he can't do is strike out. This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
2 on, 1 out. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. The 1-2.
Ball
That's
inside.
awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Just misses with that one.
Well, as a pitcher, when you make a big pitch down around the knees and don't get the call, it'll eat at you out there. So some handle it a little bit better than others. And right here, clearly letting the ump hear it a little bit.
3-2 now. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Hayden Sanger, the next to hit. 1 for 3. Right through there for a strike. And he dodges that fastball. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position. And the slider just misses.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
The 2-1. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And that is that. 8th inning coming up. It's the Mets 7 and the Yankees 2. Back here in Queens, we're at the top of the 8th. J.C. Escara stepping in now for the Yankees. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Ball. Ball.
This one in the air right field. And it gets into the seats. Now all even up. Outside.
That's the ball.
Hit on the ground to short. Not in time.
Now he's safe.
Safe.
Tough play and a nice backhand stop. Had to be perfect with the exchange and throw to get the out, but it looked like he had to dig in there a little deeper, like he was trying to get a split finger grip or something. Close play, but that little extra time on the transfer made all the difference.
So the batter now will be Trent Grisham. He's already homered here in this one. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
0-1 now. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Flips it. 1 and second to first. Not in time. Great effort there.
Up next for the Yankees, the first baseman, number 22.
1 out man at first. And up next for New York, Ben Rice.
Strike one.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
There comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Brooks Raley won't go any further. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for
A new arm into the game, the righty, Joey Gerber. He's making his second appearance of the season. Aaron Judge at the plate.
99, designated hitter, Aaron Judge.
And
No,
ball
that's a
one
ball.
to Judge. Grisham leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Hammered down the right side, but foul. And that one is lifted in the air. Bench under it. And that is that. 1 left for the Yankees. They're down 5. It's 7-2. On to the bottom of the 8th. Here's the Mets leadoff man, Carson Bench.
No, that's a ball.
Line drive, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Up next for the Mets.
So up next for New York, Bo Bichette.
No.
The lefty, the 1-0. This one's smoked on its way out of here. A 2-run blast. And they tack on to their lead. It's 9-2.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Juan Soto now. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
That's a ball.
Up the middle, base hit. That was smoked through the infield. And a man aboard. Next is the cleanup hitter for the Mets, Mark Vientos. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. This one in the air, right field. Bounces over the wall in foul ground, and it's an automatic double.
They're cooking with gas, Groove. 2 runners in scoring position with no outs and a great chance to keep doing damage with swings like the one we just saw for the automatic double. Looking to keep it going. Pass me that popcorn.
So up next for New York, MJ Melendez. Fouls away the first offering. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Swing and a drive, deep right field. Way back there. And that is foul. 2 runners in scoring position. Nobody out. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
The third baseman, number 7,
Brett Beatty up now for the Mets.
This is all about situational hitting. It's crucial in this spot. Do whatever it takes to put the ball in play, and hopefully you find a gap in the defense.
Ball 1, no strikes. This one in the air, center field. Grisham settles underneath it. He makes the grab. Runner tags from third. To the plate.
No, he's in there.
And it's now 10-2.
That play really shows how important it is to hit the cutoff man. Looked like he tried to throw through and get the runner at home, but it backfired, and it ended up costing them a run. I remember my rookie year overthrowing a cutoff man. Didn't last long before I was pulled aside by a veteran pitcher. He had a talk with me. I don't know if I ever missed a cutoff man again.
So they bring on their closer in the 8th, David Bednar.
He's averaging more than 1 hit allowed per inning pitched this season, and that's not where you want to be at all. So we'll see how he does here.
And stepping in for New York, Marcus Semien.
second baseman, Marcus Semien.
Close,
the ball.
but called a ball. Ball 2. Runner at second, 2 down. Next offering in there for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's a little bit low. That's to third. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. Through 8 full, the Mets on top here, 10-2. Last chance coming up here for the Yankees. Just about to get started. Trent Grisham stepping in now for the Yankees. Hit hard on the ground to the right side. What a stop. Nicely done for the out.
Batting second.
And time now to check out the New York Yankees lineup. With an excellent arm on the mound, Singy, this won't be easy. They'll need to take advantage of the opportunities that they do have.
You're right about that, Boog. Odds are they won't have many chances against this guy, but if they can rattle him out of the gates, they'll have a shot. If not, look out. It might be a long day for this offense.
Ben Rice stands in now and watches strike one.
Oh, in an 0-0 count, not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
Sets him down looking. That was pretty nasty.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
2 down, bases empty. Here comes Aaron Judge. Big time power. Foul ball. Backed off the plate that time. Two down, nobody on. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Ball.
That
Ball
one
three.
missing inside. Cody Bellinger waiting to hit for the Yankees. And they'll do it again. Three-two now. Swing and a miss. Freddie Peralta with the strikeout. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. We go to the bottom of the first, and taking the ball for the Yankees, Elmer Rodriguez. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch to contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
That one way inside. And a 2-1 on the way. Next offering is outside. That one hammered but pulled foul. Payoff pitch. Popped in the air, left field, and there's one down. Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. This is an offense, Chris, that's having a hard time scoring runs right now.
Yeah, sometimes things just aren't going to click, and unfortunately what happens is players press, they try to do a little bit more, and they get out of their game. You've got to let the game come to you. If you chase it, it's going to run from you. So this is a team that just needs to calm down, relax, and understand that they're going to come out of this.
Bichette in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. And it's fouled away.
This guy at the dish excels in 2-strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. 2 gone.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with a high fastball and then buried that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
Juan Soto in the box now. No balls and a strike. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. Breaking ball, and that got him.
Hit by pitch. Take your base.
The first baseman.
So a man at first. Mark Vientos up now for the Mets.
Ball.
The 1-0.
Strike. Woo.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. Here's a 1-2.
Ball.
Swing and a bouncer. McMahon there with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. Scoreless after 1. Second inning set to go. Now here's the Yankees cleanup hitter, Cody Bellinger.
Ball.
Let's go, Freddie.
And the 1-0.
That's the ball.
Peralta, the pitch. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Just missed.
Ball 3.
Right through there for a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. will hit next.
Hey.
Second inning here, no score. That's out to center field. That's a base hit, so they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. Now quick throw to first. Chisholm back on a dive. There's the strike.
Bowling.
In the dirt. Swing and a ball popped in the air. 2 away.
Batting 7, the right fielder, Spencer Jones.
And next for New York, Spencer Jones.
No, that's a ball.
Chisholm, the runner at first with 2 gone. So 2 balls and no strikes.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think. Oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone. And the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
The 2-1.
Did he go?
Checks his swing. Appeal to third. Did not go. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 3-2. Payoff pitch.
Take your base.
So a walk puts runners at first and second.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Next to hit, Anthony Volpe. That misses, and that's ball 1. Two on, 2 outs. And that one fouled off.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
The 2-1. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
And that's downstairs. And the count is filled up.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
3-2 on the way. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. Payoff pitch. Swing, and he popped it up. Simeon under it. And that's the 3rd out. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. Back here at Citi Field, bottom half of inning number 2, MJ Melendez. Up now for the Mets. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. 1 down.
Bill, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
So up next for New York, Brett Beatty. And that one upstairs, ball 1. foul ball there. And a strike. Didn't seem like that one found the zone. Here's a challenge. And they don't come much closer, but it was a ball. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. On the ground to the left. And that one finds its way through. So a man aboard now with one away.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Here is Marcus Semien. Chop to the right side. To Volpe at second for one. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. We played 2 full. We're tied 0-0. Well, here we go. Top of the third, scoreless game. And a foul ball. This one in the air, center field. Should have this one. And there's one down. Singy, here's a look at his pitch breakdown for the game.
Well, he's known for that four-seamer, Boog, and we've seen plenty of it from him today. You don't throw one pitch this much without having plenty of confidence in it. No runs allowed yet. I think he'll probably keep this approach.
Grisham in the box here and fouls it off for strike one. The 0-1. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. Drilled out towards left center field. That's got a chance. And caught on the warning track. That was an impressive running catch out there, Chris. And StatCast tells us he covered well over 100 feet to make that grab.
Clearly, that was not an easy play. I mean, he took a great angle to the ball and just had enough closing speed in the tank after that long run to make the catch. It was a wild ride, but a lot of fun to watch.
Ben Rice stepping in now for the Yankees. His first at bat was a strikeout. Ripped, but it curls foul. Two down, nobody on. Fastball for a strike.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. On to first. Got him. Inning over on the strikeout. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Back here in Queens, bottom of the inning, number 9 now at the plate. And that's through there for a strike. And the count 1-1. That one fouled off. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. So up next, Hayden Sanger. Out towards right center field. It falls in, and that's a base hit. And that's a one-out single.
When you go 0 for 5, 0 for 7, 0 for 8, it seems like an eternity, especially to start the season, because that's the one thing. Players want to get that first one out of the way so that they feel like, all right, I'm going to avoid this prolonged 0-fer to start the season and get into a slump.
Now, Carson Benj. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Man at first, one away. Swing and a ball popped up. Rice settles under it. 2 down.
Well, that's a frustrating into the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics. Instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
Bichette playing up the middle at short. He made his major league debut in 2020, and he was a second-round pick back in 2016. Bichette in the box as he fouls off the first pitch.
Ball. Outside.
Still tied at 0. Last of the third. Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. And a 1-2 again. Swings through it for the K. That K is his third of the game. Mets leave 1, and we are still scoreless. On to the fourth. Now up as the Yankees DH, Aaron Judge.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. And the 0-2. See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today. No messing around with the pitch calling in that sequence right there. 4 pitches, all fastballs.
Yeah, and that makes me think that was the plan before the at-bat even started. If you think you can simply just beat a guy with only your fastball, why throw him anything else until he shows you he can handle it?
Bellinger up to hit. Struck out swinging his first time. And now the 0-1. Fouled off. He was late.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
And Belly goes down on strikes.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. Picked up a base hit to center his first time up. 2 down, nobody on. And that one fouled off. The 0-2. Hard ground ball, base knock. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Up next for the Yankees, the third baseman.
Dominant performance for him today, Boog. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Now here is Ryan McMahon. He popped out his first time.
Ball 1.
Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Top half of inning number 4.
Strike. Woo.
There's a swing and a miss.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
Goes down looking. On to the bottom of the 4th now. Still with no score. Back here at Citi Field. Bottom of the 4th. Juan Soto up now for the Mets.
Soto.
The 0-1. And that one hammered way back there. It's got a chance. And off the base of the wall. Grisham gets it back in quickly. They hold the runner at second, so another base hit could get us our first run in this one.
He hit the ball so well right there, and I really thought it was going to carry out of here, but that's definitely the big part of the yard, and you just really have to get a hold of one to drive it out in that part of the ballpark. But you can't be mad about driving one off the wall. Now let's see if they can put up the first run of the game.
At the plate, Mark Vientos. Swing and a ground ball towards first, but foul. Man at second.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
No, that slider down and away. It's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Go ahead run on base. MJ Melendez up now for the Mets. He's 0 for 1.
That's the ball.
The 1-0.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
The Mets looking to strike first. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a foul out of play. That one misses. Full count now. Brett Beatty up next for the Mets. And a payoff pitch. Out to center. Grisham gets under it. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Mets, the third baseman, number 7, Brett.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Brett Beatty getting ready to hit. 1 for 1. He singled to left his first time through. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. And that one fouled off.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not.
Well, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Ready now for the 5th inning, and stepping in for the Yankees, Spencer Jones. Inside, just missed.
You know, these Yankees, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
In the air to left center. Reaching for it, and brings it in.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees. 0 for 1 with a flyout. Just missed. All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Up next for the Yankees, the catcher, J.C.
Here's the catcher, J.C. Escara. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Two down, nobody on. And a 1-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Here's a 1-2.
Nope.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And it remains 2-2.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And misses inside.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
3-2 now. 9 pitches thrown there before earning the walk. What a battle.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Go ahead run on base. Trent Grisham the next to hit.
One.
2 gone. The possible go ahead run at first. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The 0-2. Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again. Escara off of first with 2 away. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here in Queens, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Marcus Semien up now for the Mets. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, these Mets just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just 1 extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. Lifted in the air down the left side, and that's a fair ball. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Here's the center fielder. Went down on strikes his first time through. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
He's been very consistent with his command out there on the mound, consistently throwing at the knees. Pretty impressive when a guy can repeat his delivery like this.
Quick move to first. Semien back in. Late swing, foul to the left.
Never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
1 out man at first. Peyton Singer up now for the Mets.
No!
Line drive, base hit. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. The throw in, save. And the go-ahead runs at third.
Oh, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high-leverage spot right there. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
So digging in, Carson Benj. And ball 1.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Two on, 1 out. Fastball for a strike.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Ball 2.
Here's a 2-1. And fouled off.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
And the 2-2. Got him swinging for the K. Huge strikeout there.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
Bichette gets a chance to hit. There's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And that clips the inside corner. Two on, 2 outs. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Swing and a miss, and that is that.
Couple of strikeouts with runners on. Sometimes you got to really bear down, and he did just that. Nice job of getting out of the jam and out of the inning.
Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. Ben Rice
Leading off
stepping in now for the Yankees.
First baseman, number 22, Ben Rice.
You can expect this hitter to be looking for something on a tee. He can get up in the air and untie this ball game.
The 1-0. And
Nope,
another
that's
ball.
away.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
That
No,
one inside.
that's a ball.
And the count's full. In the air, left field. Melendez under it. Takes it in for the out.
The batter, number 99, designated hitter, Aaron.
Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. Next offering is fouled back. Here comes an 0-2 to Judge. Swings and misses. With number 9 for him in this game. 9.
Well, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there, he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
Up the middle, Bichette. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. Back after this on the show.
Now pitching for the
Back now for the bottom of the sixth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Camilo Doval.
Well, he's been excellent against left-handed hitters this year, and that's his first test. This looks like a good move to the pen in terms of the matchup.
3, 4, 5 due up for the home team. Here's Juan Soto. Got to be careful with this guy. He's got power. He can untie it with one swing. Movement in the Yankees pen. Tim Hill getting ready to go. Hedrick warming up as well. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Carrying well. Brings it back on a leaping catch. Wow.
Well, he just took one away from one of the best in the league. It's not going to happen very often, but when you get the opportunity, better make the play, and he did right there.
Next is the cleanup hitter for the Mets, Mark Vientos. Now the 0-1. Doval, a 6'2" righty, 28 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Ground ball right side. Rice takes it himself. That's out number 2.
Up next for the Mets, the left fielder, number 1, MJ.
So up next, MJ Melendez. There's a strike.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Tranquilo Camilo notches the K. Down in order go the Mets. Still no score.
Now pitching for
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Brooks Raley. He's been so good against lefties. Here's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. He's 2 for 2. On the corner for a strike. 0-1. Right through there for a strike. Caught him looking for the K.
Wow, short work to send him back in to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
Ryan McMahon stepping in now for the Yankees. Stirring in the bullpen for the Mets, Joey Gerber, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Razabon also getting ready. All tied up here in the top half of inning number 7.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it, it's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Late with the swing there. And that skips in the dirt. This to third. Baden. Throw, and he can't dig it out. Safe on the play. Almost a great play there.
The right fielder,
Well, we're going to see throwing errors from third base from time to time, and that's a pretty good example of why. If you don't get behind the throw properly, it's really easy to throw a power sinker over there to first. And first baseman, I'm sure he wants another shot at that pick, try to bail out his teammate, but that was just a tough one to come up with.
Go ahead run on base. Spencer Jones will hit next. That catches the zone for a strike, and it's 0-1. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. One away, tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. Got him swinging. And stepping in for New York, Anthony Volpe.
Anthony Volpe.
Tap foul at the plate. Here comes the 0-1. Wild pitch. Catcher gets a piece. And the runner holds. McMahon off of first with 2 away. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2. On the ground right side, Simeon fires over to first. And the inning is over. The Yanks lead 1, and we're still knotted at 0. Back here at Citi Field, bottom of the 7th, Brett Beatty up now for the Mets.
That's
That
out
was
the corner.
absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Swinging a foul straight back. That clips the corner. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes and 1 away.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at bat, and the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone, and as a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect the pitcher to be able to make quality pitches one after another like that. And so those are tough spots to do damage, and a great demonstration of pitch command, and it got him a punch out that time.
Stepping in, Marcus Simeon. Oh, 1 down.
Ball. Ball. Outside.
Way out front for strike 2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Simeon tries to hold up, appeal to first. Got him! Ricky Holiday with the call. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Camilo Doval done for the day, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching for the
Tim Hill gets the ball now.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Here's the center fielder.
Ball one.
2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom of the 7th. This one in the air, center field. Volpe has a beat on it, and that is the inning. Ready to begin the 8th. Here's the Yankees catcher now, J.C. Escara. Gets the outside corner with that one. Action in the Mets bullpen. Devin Williams, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. And delivers outside. Swings through the sweeper. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Got him swinging, it's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
That's a ball.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. The throw to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Brooks Raley is done. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for
So they turn to the veteran pitcher in this spot, Oscar Brazoban, on for his 20th appearance of the year. And now the first baseman, Ben Rice. 0 for 3 in this one. Missed with a changeup. Ball 1. Two down, nobody on. Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
the batter, number 99.
Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
It's Aaron Judge now, 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Pitch misses there, and that is ball one. Looked like a strike to me, and here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep their remaining challenge. High fly ball out to center field. And that's the third out. Clean work out of the Mets bullpen there. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. And we still have no score. Back here in Queens, bottom of the 8th. Hayden Sanger up now for the Mets. Flips the corner. That's strike one. Activity in the bullpen for the Yankees. Fernando Cruz appears to be getting loose. The 0-1. Rolled softly, but that goes foul.
Fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him off. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Struck him out looking.
Up next for the Mets, the right fielder, number 3, Carson.
And up next for New York, Carson Benj.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
That's off the inside corner, and that's ball one.
Nope, outside.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Benj not happy about that called strike. Here's the challenge. So the call will stand. So that removes their last challenge. Bo Bichette up to the dish. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. It falls in, and that's a hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive and puts the go-ahead run on base.
Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
And now it's Juan Soto.
Right through there for a strike.
And it's fouled off. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Called out on strikes. Back here at Citi Field, we go to the ninth. Cody Bellinger stepping in now for the Yankees. And that one fouled off.
Oh!
The 1-2.
That's the ball.
Tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
Fights it off. You'll see another. Pitch misses, and that's ball 3. To the right side, down the line, and it's foul. Payoff pitch.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
And a base hit. A leadoff single, and the go-ahead run is aboard.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Now here is Jazz Chisholm Jr. Grounder might be 2. There's 1. Relay to first, double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Huascar Brazoban will depart, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break. So they turn to their closer, Devin Williams.
And he's got a big-time breaking ball to contend with. Hitters going to have to pick it up early if they're going to have any chance.
Next to hit, Ryan McMahon.
Oh.
Two down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth.
No, that's a ball.
And he swings through that one. Foul ball there. Two down, nobody on. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Went back to the screwball, and it was worthwhile. It's the ninth, and we are tied. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth, Brent Hedrick.
Well, he's a big-time strikeout guy out there. This season, averaging more than 1 per inning.
And here's the first baseman, Mark
The first
Vientos.
baseman, Mark Vientos.
Bowling.
Movement in the Yankees pen, David Bednar. The closer is getting loose. And a big swing and a miss. And that one fouled off. Ready for baseball here in New York. Trent Grisham stepping in now for the Yankees. And away we go this afternoon. Swings through that one for strike two.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
That misses the zone, and the count 1-2.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
And he hits a ground ball right side. Can't glove it cleanly, and it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out. As we take a look now at the New York Yankees lineup. This is a ball club that can really slug. Lots of homers, lots of extra base hits. And Chris, that of course a huge part of success in the standings for this group.
In today's game, hitting with power is essential, Boog. With pitchers throwing 95 and above, stringing hits together is hard to do. So home runs and extra base hits are crucial, and that's exactly what they've been doing.
Ben Rice in the box now as he leaves that one up high.
Hey! Ball.
Outside
that's
with a
play.
breaking ball. Foul ball. So now 3-2. Good
That's
plate
out the
appearance
corner.
there.
Take a base.
Able to take the walk.
Now, this is a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
Runner on at first with one gone. Aaron
Nope.
Judge
Ball one.
now at the plate. And the 1-0. Chop back up the middle. Steps on the bag for one. What a double play that was. Inning over. So they make short work of him there. Now the Mets offense will go to work for the first time. No score. We go to the bottom of the first. And starting for the Yankees, the right-hander, Elmer Rodriguez. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
Carson Benj leading things off and takes a strike. That catches the corner. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a quick out, number one. Here's the Mets lineup now. And so far this year, this has not been a very good offense.
Well, in this day and age, if you can't slug and get on base, that OPS has to be at a certain level. If you're going to produce runs, give your pitchers an opportunity as they're facing tough offenses as well.
Bichette up to the dish.
That's out the corner.
The 1-0. And
No,
another ball.
that's a ball.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
2-0 to count. Here it comes. Fouled off left side. Back up the middle and a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Here's Juan Soto.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Barely hitting over the Mendoza line this month.
That's away.
The 1-0. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a ground ball into the outfield. Base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now one out.
The first baseman.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
And now it's Mark Vientos. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Two on, one out. That misses. 2-1.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two.
I'd say that stayed in the tunnel for a long time. No chance of even fouling it off.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Two aboard, two outs. MJ Melendez up now for the Mets. On the ground, right side. Base hit into the outfield. Here comes the throw. Save! In comes the run from second. And it's 1-0.
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
First and second, two outs. Brett Beatty getting ready to hit. Fought off foul.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
2 on, 2 outs. Ball one there. And a foul ball. The 1-2. Swings and misses, struck him out. Inning over, and it could have been worse. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across one. We go on to inning number 2. It's the Mets 1 and the Yankees nothing. Back here in Queens, top of the second, Cody Bellinger stepping in now for the Yankees.
Well, impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
Check
Ball,
swing.
whoa.
He held up, and it's 1-1.
That's big right there, being able to check your swing. Think about the count swing. Instead of 0-2, he's sitting 1-1 against a really good arm.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Bench settles underneath it, brings it in. Then there's one down.
That is it. The second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now singing he's never finished the season with more stolen bases in his entire career. High fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run. He circles the bases, and it ties it up. It's 1-1.
Well, baseball gave us Jazz, and Jazz Chisholm Jr. gives baseballs to lucky fans with home runs like that.
This one absolutely screamed out of here, singing a laser. StatCast tells us it was 112 miles an hour off the bat.
Yeah, it left in a real hurry and didn't go that far because of the launch angle being a little flatter, but clearly it had all the velocity it needed to leave the yard.
Here's Ryan McMahon now. And first offering is fouled off. One out, base is empty, and a run in here at the top of the second.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
The 1-1.
Ball.
And he gets that fastball by him upstairs. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Jones.
Two outs, base is empty. So up next for New York, Spencer Jones. And there's a foul ball.
That's a ball.
Tied up here in the early going. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. Just one hit in the inning, but it was a big one right here as it ties the ball game. Now to the bottom of the second. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Citi Field, we head to the bottom of the second. Marcus Semien up now for the Mets.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
Ball one.
Ricky Holiday, our umpire behind the dish, known as pretty fair umpire for both hitters and pitchers.
Yeah, I think that's right, Boog. There is a little inconsistency on the corners of the plate. You can't always be sure how it's going to go with those borderline pitches as the game progresses.
Lifted in the air, right center field. He's got it. And there's one away.
Batting in, the center fielder, number 9.
Here's the center fielder.
No.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So that's a good take by him.
And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. So the call stands. Still one challenge left for them. The 2-1. And that's too high. That clips the corner. And here's a challenge. That looked like it missed to me. Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. So they've still got both their challenges. One out man at first. Hayden Sanger up now for the Mets. Little chopper rolls foul. The 0-1. And that's in for a strike. Struck him out looking. And that's 4 strikeouts. Back to the top of the Mets order. Carson Bench digs in now. Led off the game with a strikeout. Quick toss to first, and he's back safely. Runner on the move. Strike in there. Throw to second.
Tag, you're out.
And that'll end the inning.
Well, trying to get into scoring position, but a great catch and throw to end the inning. That's the way to pick up the pitcher.
On to the third inning. And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe. Peralta back to work.
Strike one.
And a swing and a miss there.
They can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
Stays alive. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
That's a ball.
Adds another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Here's the catcher, J.C. Escara. And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Nope, that's high.
That clips a corner.
Oh.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. On the ground to short, Bichette. First 2 batters retired here in the top of the 3rd.
Up next for the Yankees, the center fielder, number 12, Trent Grisham.
Back to the top of the Yankee order, Trent Grisham will hit next. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate. Gets him to chase after that one.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
Two down, nobody on. Well struck, deep right field, way back and out of here. A solo shot, and the Yankees have the lead. It's 2-1.
That fastball wasn't even in the zone, and he was still able to hit it out. Wow. Power versus power right there, like 2 locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
Ben Rice stepping in now for the Yankees. Walked his first time.
Oh.
And the 1-0. Right through there for a strike. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side.
These hitters like this that have so much power, look forward to seeing them hit the ball a long way. But if you're in the stands, or you're in a broadcast booth, or you're a writer, better keep your eye on the game.
In the air, right field. And that is that. The Yanks do get one on the solo homer. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. As we go to the last of the 3rd. Here's the Mets leadoff man, Carson Bench. It feels like we might be headed towards a rain delay if the weather doesn't ease up, Chris.
Yeah, the umpiring crew are going to pay attention to how the weather is impacting this game. And the moment it becomes dangerous, I think, is the moment we'll be forced to take a break.
On the ground, right side, Chisholm. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd.
Up next for the Mets, the shortstop, Bichette.
Now it's the shortstop, Bichette. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. We haven't seen a break in the weather, and the umpires might be forced to make a decision soon.
Yeah, I think so, Boog. I mean, everyone looking and wondering when they're going to stop play. It definitely feels close.
On the ground, right side. In plenty of time to first, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the third.
The designated hitter, Juan Soto.
Juan Soto now. Single to right in his first trip. In there at the knees.
No, that's a ball.
And he takes a strike.
No,
really
that's
good
a ball.
take, especially with 2 strikes.
Up
Ball
and
break.
in. Look out.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And that's
Ball
ball 4.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
And next for the Mets, Mark Vientos. Struck out swinging his first time. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Soto around second, heads for third. And that'll put runners at the corners with 2 away.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
So digging in, MJ Melendez. And that's in there for strike 1. Two on, 2 outs. And that's off the inside edge. And now it's even 1-1. On the ground, Chisholm. Save! He beats it!
Well, this offense just got a major gift. Probably should have been a double play, but it all starts with a good feed to second. And right there, everything broke down on the throw. We'll see if they can capitalize on this.
First and second, 2 outs. Brett Beatty now at the plate. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Late swing, foul to the left. The 0-1 out towards right center field. Grisham on the move. And that's the inning. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. On to inning number 4. We are tied 2-2. Start of the 4th. In now is the Yankees DH, Aaron Judge.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
In the air, right field. Bench on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out. Here's Cody Bellinger. Flied to right his first time. Check swing and he went 0-1. That one fouled off. Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
That's the ball.
Good job to fight that one off. All tied up, top half of inning number 4. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Swing and a line drive ripped out into left center field. That'll touch down for a hit. So he gets a hit after a long battle with the pitcher.
Just one of those at bats you almost hate to see come to an end. Really stayed inside that baseball to send it to the opposite field. With the shift on to the pull side, that's an easy knock if you'll take it.
And next for New York, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat.
Here's your 1. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
That's a hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Brian McMahon steps to the plate. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
2 on, 1 out. Tap foul at the plate. Fouled off. He was late. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Melendez settles under this one. Makes the grab.
Up next for the Yankees, the right fielder, Spencer Jones.
Go ahead run on base. Spencer Jones stepping in now for the Yankees. He's 0 for 1. Right side, hard hit. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. We go to the bottom of the 4th. All even, 2 apiece. Back here in Queens, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Marcus Semien up now for the Mets.
Well, these Mets did a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across the score as well.
Grisham is there, makes the catch.
By not chasing out of the zone, they're getting good pitches to hit. When you can do that, you have a much better chance to square up the baseball and do damage like they have so far.
Here's the center fielder. Just missed.
Ball inside.
2-1 now. And there's a ball. Fastball for a strike. Full count now.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
That one lifted to left. Bellinger under it. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Mets, the catcher, Hayden.
Hayden Sanger, the next to hit. Caught looking his first time up.
Nope, that's inside.
He swings and fouls one off. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. He swings and hits a fly ball center field. That one gets down for a hit. So now back to the top of the order.
When you go 0 for 5, 0 for 7, 0 for 8, it seems like an eternity, especially to start the season, because that's the one thing. Players want to get that first one out of the way so that they feel like, all right, I'm going to avoid this prolonged 0 for to start the season and get into a slump.
Now a chance for Carson Benj. Here comes the 0-1. And that is out of play. Curve in the dirt, kicks away to second. Not going to get him. He's in there. And now a man into scoring position.
Going to have to buckle down and make a pitch or two to get out of this little jam he's worked himself into after the 2-out hit, then that wild pitch. Good time to step off, take a deep breath.
Man on second, 2 down.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
The 2-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Man at second. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Hit in the air, left field. Bellinger gets there. He's under it. And that will end the inning. So 1 hit is all they get. On to the top of the 5th we go. We are tied 2-2. All set for the start of the inning. And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe. Foul ball there.
You know, these Yankees just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Here's a 1-1. That one 95 to finish him off. No messing around with the pitch calling in that sequence right there. 4 pitches, all fastballs.
Yeah, and that makes me think that was the plan before the at-bat even started. If you think you can simply just beat a guy with only your fastball, why throw him anything else until he shows you he can handle it?
Here's the Yankees catcher now, J.C. Escarra. 0 for 1, he grounded out in his first at-bat.
Huh.
The 0-1. And that one fouled off. The 0-2.
Ball.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Grisham stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball.
Hey.
Two down, nobody on.
Ball.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And he strikes out the side in the 5th. We've hit the halfway point. Tied 2-2.
Now pitching for the
Back
Yankees,
now to start the bottom of the 5th and taking over on the mound, Camilo Doval.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Digging in, Bo Bichette. Singled and scored back in the 1st. He's 1 for 2.
Well, these Mets looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. They only have 1 hit with runners in scoring position, so a lot of squandered opportunities. It's tough because those are moments you just can't get back.
That one close, ruled the ball, and it's 3-0. Hits the corner at 98 for a strike. And he'll challenge that called strike. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. Still 2 challenges left for them. Go ahead run on base. Juan Soto up now for the Mets. Lifted in the air, out to left. 1 away.
Up next for the Mets, the first baseman,
One out man at first. Now at the plate, Mark Vientos. 1 for 2.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
That one finds the corner. That's strike 1. Swing and a miss at a slider.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up. Try to track the ball. Block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about. But some way, somehow, climb back into this at bat through the count.
In the dirt. And the runner stays where he is. Swung on, belted. Way back there. And that one becomes property of the beast. A 2-run shot. And that's how they take the lead. It's 4-2.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach. Such an incredible swing right there on that breaking ball away. Did an incredible job of keeping the hands back, letting it travel, And boy, he just hammered that. Recognized the break. And man, this guy kept his front foot down. Weight didn't transfer until the exact time. An excellent backspin to carry it over the fence.
Melendez in now. Takes ball one off the plate. Chopper to second. Chisholm fires to first in time.
Up next for the Mets, the third baseman, number 7, Brett.
2 down, base is empty. And stepping in for New York, Brett Beatty. There's the strike at the knees. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. Going 2 now. Breaking ball.
And hit him.
Got
Take
him.
your bait.
The batter, number 10.
So man aboard. Now Marcus Semien.
Semien.
Just
That's off the
missed.
plate. Ball 2.
And
Ball
another
3.
ball.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if they'll walk you.
That one finds the zone. 3 balls and a strike. There's the strike.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Three-two. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K. Mets had 2 runs on this blast. It's now 4-2. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. Ben Rice
Leading off
stepping
for the
in now for the
first
Yankees.
baseman, number 22, Ben Rice.
And the 0-1. This one chopped on the ground, but foul.
Ball 1.
Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Brooks Raley, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Brazoban, a right-hander, loosening up as well. And a foul ball, he stays alive. One-two. Good eye in that
ball 2.
spot. Making 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. And now big number 99, Aaron Judge.
Right through there for a strike. So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. You always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
There's a strike.
That's the ball.
The Mets leading by 2, and we're the top half of the 6th. Way high with that one. Ball 3. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Ow. 2 away now after the drop third strike.
Kind of muffed that strikeout pitch right there. I'm not sure if he got crossed up or tied up, but either way, good composure to recover and finish the out at first. That's a play you could easily panicked on and throw into right field.
Here comes Cody Bellinger. Two down, nobody on.
You want to be patient here. Try to work a walk if you can. You've got a big power bat behind you in the on-deck circle, and with 2 outs, 1 swing could put you right back in this ball game.
That's ripped into the outfield, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. That does it for Freddie Peralta, and he leaves with the lead after giving them some decent innings. We'll be back with a new pitcher in a moment.
Now pitching for
Pitching change here, Joey Gerber.
Pretty big spot he's coming into, trying to strand that runner at second base. So he's going to need to make some quality pitches. He does have first open if he needs to use it.
And the batter now, Jazz Chisholm Jr. He's already homered in this game. That one's in there. It's 0-1. Runner at second, 2 down. And a foul ball. Just off the outside part of the plate.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
That one to first. Vientos. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 1 left for the Yankees. They trail it here 4-2.
Now pitching for the
Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Fernando Cruz.
Well, he's got electric stuff coming out of the pen. His strikeout rate, though, is through the roof so far this season.
Here's the center fielder. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. That one missed. Cruz in his 4th year, 35 years old, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2007.
Ball 2.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. And it skips into dirt. Goes down looking. Hayden Sanger getting ready to hit. Known for his rocket arm behind the plate. In the air, right field. Jones on the move. 2 away down.
Up next for the Mets, the right
back to the top of the order. And up next for New York, Carson Bench. 0 for 3 in this one. Movement in the bullpen. Tim Hill up and throwing. Ground ball up the middle. Chisholm handles, throws to first. An acrobatic play to end the inning. And the Mets go down 1-2-3 as they can't add to their 4-2 lead. Back here at Citi Field, we go to the top of the 7th. Ryan McMahon stepping in now for the Yankees. And that one is downstairs. Ball 1. The Yankees looking to rally.
Strike 1.
There's a line drive to left field. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Those plays are challenging for outfielders because of the chase to the ball. You know you have to do everything perfect just to track it down. Sometimes even that's not enough to make the catch.
So up next for New York, Spencer Jones. Swinging a foul out of play.
Now these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
The tying run at the plate.
Oh, no, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield. Way to lay off that pitch down.
Late that time, and it's strike 2. The Yanks with the tying run at the plate here in the top half of inning number 7. Hit on the ground might be 2. There's 1 and 2.
Yeah, get out of
there.
there.
To first for the double play.
Oh man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Base is empty after the double play. Anthony Volpe digs in now. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Swing and a miss. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
And they put the tag on him. That's the 3rd out, inning over. Yanks held in check. Still down by a count of 4-2. Back back here in Queens. Set for the last half of the seventh. Mlb up now for the Mets.
Yes.
And that misses. Ball one. He'll challenge, thought that was a ball. And that one did miss, and the strike is overturned. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Next offering in there for a strike. Strike one. That one the other way. Fair ball. And a good start to the inning.
Up next for the Mets, the designated hitter.
Here's Juan Soto.
Soto.
That's a ball.
The 1-0. And a foul ball. The 1-1. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. The 1-2. On the ground. Could be two. To second, and it pulls the shortstop off the bag. The throw won't get there in time. A tough play, and now there are runners at first and second.
Second baseman definitely have some pretty tough throws to make when they're trying to feed the shortstop at second for a double play turn because of the angles and difficult footwork. So it's always a difficult play, but one that needs to be made. When your pitcher gets you that ground ball that can be a double play, it's a killer when you can't get at least one out of it.
Next is the cleanup hitter for the Mets, Mark Vientos. Can't forget the two-run shot he launched out of here in the fifth.
Yeah, one of the biggest swings of the game, Boog, as he looks to make even more of an impact in this at-bat right here.
Cruz, he's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit. The Mets trying to break this one open here at the bottom of the seventh. That one outside, and now 3-0.
As a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
Now he's challenging the called strike, and that one was indeed a strike. So that removes their last challenge. That's ripped. Base hit. Bichette around third and headed home. One run is in. We all saw it was hit hard, but how hard was it, Singy? Statcast is here with the answer.
Yeah, Boog, it says the exit velo was 113 miles per hour, and it looked every bit of it, didn't it? I mean, just an impressive swing of the bat, and clearly he saw it out of the pitcher's hand no problem.
Now it's going to be MJ Melendez. In the dirt, kicks away from the catcher. To second, but way too late. Safe there.
Well, Boog, it's already been a tough start to this inning as it is, and that wild pitch is going to make things even tougher. Two men in the scoring position now, still with nobody out. So this really becomes a strikeout situation on the mound.
The 1-0.
Ball two.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at-bat.
Next offering right in there for a strike. And the count is 2-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Base runners at second and third here. No outs. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that is a big first out.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Beatty stands in here, takes ball one low.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
Popped in the air, left field. And he makes the catch. And there's two away.
The batter, number 10, second baseman, Marcus.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Fernando Cruz departs, and he's on the hook for the runners at second and third. So looking for some help there. Back in a minute.
Now pitching for the
Out of the bullpen for the Yankees, Tim Hill.
And this is a really tough spot to come into as he tries to keep this one close. You almost have to forget about the runners in scoring position. They're not going anywhere. Focus on the hitter, getting that one out your team needs from you.
And now Marcus Semien steps up in a big spot. Two on, two outs. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. They limit the damage here, but they pick up one run on the RBI single. It's 5-2.
Now pitching for
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. Brooks Raley.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
Leading off, J.C. Escarra.
the catcher, J.C. Escarra.
That pitch gets the corner, and that's strike one. Action in the pen down there. Devin Williams, the closer, getting cranked up for a possible save opportunity. Oh, 0-2 now.
That's the ball.
Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Strike three. Got him looking on the changeup.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager, as a pitching coach, when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Now here's Trent Grisham. He's already homered here in this one.
Nope, that's low.
Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. And a 1-2. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. And there's two gone following a strikeout.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first two batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. He's on fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
2 outs, base is empty. And now Ben Rice.
Ball 1.
The lefty, the 1-0.
Oh.
Swings through that one out in front that time. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the 8th. It's the Mets 5 and the Yankees 2. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Stepping in, number 9.
Center fielder, number 9, A.J. Ewing.
On the ground right side. And that one handled. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for the Mets, the catcher, Hayden Sanger.
Next to hit, Hayden Sanger. 1 for 3. Activity in the bullpen for the Yankees. Brent Hedrick, a lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. And the lefty with the 0-1. Fought off foul. Up the middle. And that's a base hit. And that's a 1-out single. Back to the top of the order now. Next to hit, Carson Benj. 0 for 4, 2 ground outs, a fly out, and a strikeout. Foul ball. Pulls that one foul. And they'll do it again. Man at first, 1 away. Into center and a base hit. Makes the turn at second, heads for third. The throw in there safely.
Up next for the Mets, the shortstop, Bo.
Bichette gets a chance to hit. There's a strike.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
Swing and a liner foul off to the right. The Mets trying to break this one open here, the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. The hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
One and two here.
Oh.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Great effort as he's able to haul it in. Runner tagging from third. He's in on the sacrifice fly. And they lead by 4.
Well, these players understand how important each run is, especially as you get closer to the end of the ball game. Nice job right there to get that runner in from third and add a little insurance.
And now it's Juan Soto.
Yes.
Benj leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Swinging a foul straight back. Ground ball to go. That's a base hit. Grisham gets it back in quickly. Lead runner to second with 2 gone. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Tim Hill done for the afternoon. And the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for the
Brent Hedrick on the pitch here.
He's certainly been one of their better relief pitchers this season. The numbers are really solid, so they feel great about handing the ball over to him.
First and second, 2 outs. Mark Vientos up now for the Mets.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
And it's fouled away. The 0-1. Way out front for strike 2. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. 9th inning coming up. The Mets lead this one 6-2. Last chance coming up here for the Yankees. All set to start the 9th in this one. Now up as the Yankees DH, Aaron Judge. Check swing called strike. Strike 1. Stirring in the bullpen for the Mets. Craig Kimbrell, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. The 0-1. Tap foul at the plate. Swing and a miss. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
The 1-0. Ground ball right side. Oh, great stop. Throws from his knees. And they get the out.
Look at how he dives right there. Is able to pop up to both knees. Not enough time to get to his feet, but he threw a cannon across the diamond to get the runner.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Brooks Raley gives way. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for
So
the
they
Mets,
turn to Craig Kimbrell,
and he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
So it's their last chance in this one. Now it's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
No, that's a ball.
Two down, nobody on.
Huh.
Kimbrel, 37 years young, and he was a third-round pick back in 2008. Oh, look at the stop. Over to first, and what a play. Ball game.
Whether you're a season ticket holder or you just come to a couple of games a year, to see your team win at home, there's just something special about that. Good job by this team to get it done for the hometown fans.
And your final 6-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.